Well, hello again everybody, welcome back. Part 2 of my padlock collection. So, go through these ones, and that should be it for now anyway. So, we'll start off a couple of the small ones. So, nicely coloured Ibis 7240. Very nice little padlock, very popular, a lot of people have picked these. So that's that one. Then, can't remember which number video it is, but this one people will recognise. The Monterey, which looks like it takes a normal Euro cylinder, but it doesn't actually. If you look back through the videos, if you haven't seen it, you can see the problems with that one. So we've got a nice couple of Federal locks here, nice little brass ones, but with removable cores. Quite a nice little pick, these two. So there's the HS40, which is a 40mm, and we also have the HS50, very similar lock. 50mm removable core again. So there we go. Just about all of these locks have been picked on camera, so you can always go back and have a look through if you want to. Then we get on to more Federal locks, and this is the start of my American 1100 clone collection. So we've got a 90A, nice blue one, and that's got the standard core in it, but we've also got this other 90A, which is a silver one. This one came to me from Lockpicking Lawyer, and I don't know if we can actually see the difference in the cores. A far different core in the silver one than the blue one, which is quite an unusual core, I think, judging by comments I've seen. So then on to the master lock, the 6835, which is yet another one of the 1100 clones. So there is something nice about these 38mm aluminium padlocks. So they're just nice to handle, nice to pick, even though they're all slightly different with the cores. So anyway, this one's the CASP 14040. So like I say, not many differences between all of these, but it's surprising when you delve into them. So we have the Sesame, which is an American, I think. So that's that. If you ever search around, Lock Noob and Lockpicking Lawyer have both done series on these 1100 clones, go into them in a lot more detail. It's well worth going and have a look at both of those. So we have the Squire SAL40. So another one. Then we have a generic Chinese, same sort of thing, still a fun little pick. We have a couple of matlocks, the 5005, a lot of these have keys very reminiscent of the American keys as well, and then the 5025. So on paper the pair of these are meant to be the same apart from the shackle length, despite the number on them, but they have actually gone to the trouble of defining them with different numbers, and the cores are actually different as well. So that's quite interesting. Before we get onto the Americans, I have a couple of vintage locks. I don't tend to collect them, these have just turned up, but they're nice locks. We have a Lockwood Cloverleaf brass one, no key with that, but that was an interesting pick. And we have a couple of Eagles, a slightly unusual one with the type of core, and very nice key. The original Eagle key with it, but still works nicely. Aim for an old lock, and another old brass Eagle, so old key with it as well. They're quite nice. Then we'll get on to the American locks. So we have, first of all, a selection of 1100s. We have an 1100, an 1100, 1105, 1105, basically all the same lock. I think it's just shackle size, and they seem to change the numbers, but there's a whole selection of them. Different colours, and why can't I get into that one? I've got to turn the core on that, where I picked it last. So, but I mean, these range in date from 1998, 2008, the orange one I can't actually define. If you don't know, if you look onto the back of most of the American locks, you see the three letters there, SFG. The first letter denotes the month, the other two is the year, and there's plenty of place online you can look up and actually date all these locks. So those are the 1100s, the originals of all those clones we just saw. Next we have a couple of 5100s. Both of these are the 100th anniversary editions from American Lock. Basically this is the steel version of the 1100. You can see identical in all dimensions. I do like to collect the American locks, so it's quite nice getting hold of the 100th anniversary ones. Funnily enough, the 5100, I've only got the 200th anniversary ones and no others, so nothing standard on those ones. We then got a 1305, which is yet again very similar in dimensions, that way, height, and that way, but it's just a wider lock with a thicker shackle. So that all basically with the same core as well. Next we have a couple of 5260s, which again dimension wise they're identical to the 1305, but same shackles, but these are the steel bodied ones. We have two of these, which is, that one's a 2015, made in April 2015, and this one was made in March 1992. And you can see the changes in the American lock logos over the years. So we have those two. Then we get on to a couple of older ones. We have a Series 20, this is 1993, with the old style logo on it again. This one they don't make anymore, the Series 20. Brass, very similar in size to the 1100, fraction wider, similar dimensions again. and then the Series 50, which is similar to the 1305 and the 1526, or the 5260, sorry. So that is that one, and yet again that is another different American Lock logo. There we go, 3 of them in a row there. So that one 1999, 2015, and that one's 1993. You can see the development of the logo over the years. So that's those ones. Then we get on to the 700 series. Oops, sorry, caught the camera. So we have a American Lock 701. Difference between a 700 and a 701 is the length of the shackle. They both say Series 700 on the back of them. You can see that. 701 is just a normal 700 series, and then the other two, we have a 700 and a 701, which are both the 100th anniversary models. So all work quite nicely. So there we go. Nice heavy chunky padlocks, those. And yet again another model that is quite often copied. We've then got the biggest padlock, American make, the Series 748, and this actually does have a slightly different core. The keys from this, just a slightly different shape and size. Keys from this will fit into a standard American core, but standard American core keys won't fit into this, so just makes it a little bit more secure. So that's that one. Then we have our final two. We have another Series 20 American Lock with a special keyring, and you've probably seen these before. And there we go. And this was a cutout made specially for me by Lock Cracker, so we can see, we can get the light, everything working inside, focused. So lovely lock, all nicely cleaned up. And that was that one. And then another one of the locks he does is the 6570. It says 5570 on here, but it's actually a 6570 because it's pinned to 6 rather than 5. And you see they're all working nicely, and as we get the, there we go, you can see all the pins moving up and down. So those are my two cutaway American locks from Lock Cracker. So I hope you enjoyed that. Thanks for watching. Any questions about any of the locks, leave them in the comments, and I'll see you again soon. Thanks. Bye.